indelible moments in heartbreak, and these two teams trying to establish playoff positioning. But for the Dogs, it's also about trying to find a way to survive on the road. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Off-play action on first down. It's complete to the right. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. First and 10.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Fires to the middle. With the catch, it's Thomas. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're throwing to your running backs, you got to be careful. You got to be accurate. You got to put the football out in front and make it an easy catch for these guys. And that's exactly what that QB did on that angle route.
The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Staley. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know.
Turning it on! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They looked pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical third down, the D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. Fires to the tight end. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Absolute shank. Missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Finds his tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help them the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw at Stockton. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first down.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Back to throw. It's Stockton. Pulls it in. It's dealt. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Looking to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Bell. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, in those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going for 6. Touchdown, Georgia. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Carter. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back. It's Aguilar. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense putting points on the board. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Houston. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Rush is on him. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He's got his man.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Dogs. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll bring it out. It's Carter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They'll run play action. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Touchdown, Georgia! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carter. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
35, Tennessee, 0.
Coming out with it, it's Carter. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to take off.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And the Volunteers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air, it's Aguilar. A little screen to the running back. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Hauls it in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Vols line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
35, Tennessee, 0.
The Vols will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback.
Breaks into the open. At the 30. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
How about that job after the catch on a critical third down? He's able to make people miss. He's able to use his speed. Ball was thrown out in front of him so he could advance it, and all of a sudden, this offense set up first and goal.
The Volunteers are on the move. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's third and goal. Looking to the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Pulls it, fired complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Here's a heat. Oh, he wants it all. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. This time on target. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
On the run, it's Frazier. Inside the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside and out wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants it all. Touchdown, Dogs! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. This is like a baseball pitcher that you can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
He'll bring it out. It's Carter. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
First and 10.
This should be the last play of the quarter. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Aguilar. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Thomas. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Staley. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. And the Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Staley. At the 35, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it in the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Looking left. Finds his man. It's Delp. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Slings it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So here is the Tennessee offense. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Soft spot in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced than a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's the beauty of run and play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Aguilar. A shot toward the end zone. And he throws another interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! And they turn it into a defensive score. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Newton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it just in time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
He unleashes a long one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
Fires into the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
1st and goal, Georgia.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.